will see something different than somebody else. But it's all quite similar because when we see something and we really like it, it's either dancing on the canvas or on the paper or off the wall or whatever it is. And it gives someone an energy that we learn to appreciate, I suppose, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
It's interesting because I see things because I have so many conversations. I see things in people and in what they do in a different light to what they actually see themselves. And it's nice to actually point out that you can see something in someone and have a conversation with them so that they can see in themselves what you see and
Yeah.
have an appreciation for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's nice. It's taken me by surprise. So yeah, it's really, I'm grateful for the people that like my work. Yeah.
And because you're a young artist. You're not someone who's been doing it for years. You've only been doing it not 2 years yet. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of really. I mean, yeah.
So, and you've been to New York and had an exhibition and sold paintings and done all that sort of thing. And there's artists that would, you know, um, say, wow, how lucky are you? But is it luck or is it that you've just done something that someone's attracted to that says, oh, I want this artist to come and do do an exhibition here or whatever, because they get that feel, that energy for what you do. And therefore they take you to the next level of
Yeah.
of something that you've not expected because you are painting and you're loving what you do and you love the color and things, but then someone sees it and says, let's take it over here.
Yeah.
What was it like when you went on TV and they interviewed you there?
Oh, that was this year. It was really cool. Like, they got wind of the story, and it was really good. It was fun. I had three people interviewing me, not one person, three, and it was just so nice at Channel 10, and it was just about the story and how it all came about, and it surprised them. It was just nice. It was lovely. It was just so organic, lovely conversation. The best came out, and it was just wonderful story to tell. And really, the message I left everybody with was like, give it a go, give it a go, have a go. On my the TV interview is on my Zarina Gallery media page anyway, so people can see it there. Yeah.
Mm. And yeah, and each person on the panel on the show would have asked you different questions because they would have seen or heard something, and they think, oh, there's a good question too,
Yeah.
and yeah, so the conversation would flow. It's really, I say, I never do interviews. I just have conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't prepare questions. It is just a conversation, like we're sitting in a cafe, having a coffee, or drinking a wine. That's what I say it is.
It's true. It's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah. So, what would you say to people out there that were, um, thinking about doing something? It may not be art, but they want to do something and have a go at it. But there's this self-doubt or there's this hesitation. What would you say to them?
Well, like public speaking, like I work with speakers, professional speakers, emerging and established speakers, and I help them with their speaker show reels and their photos and branding. It's like getting up on stage and taking that first step to find your voice. It's finding your voice, taking the first step. It's just really, it's making a conscious decision to go forth and do something with energy and positivity. And you know what? Don't worry about the naysayers. You know, the naysayers have got their, you know, they're just going to pull anyone down, whoever they want to do, you know. So it's about taking control of your own destiny, no matter what people are going to say about you. You know, this, golly gosh, the more you rise, the more people you have tearing you down. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. You know, I don't, yeah, it's with everybody, you know, Hollywood stars, you know,
Of
yeah.
course, I mean, you know, people think that when you've become successful, that um, that you're an overnight success, but there's no such thing as an overnight success. You don't see the behind the scenes of 5 or 10 years hard slog before you get to that point of being and feeling that success. And then, as you say, there's these tall poppy syndrome that want to rip you down because who do they think you are? You know, who do you think you are?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
There'll always be somebody who doesn't like something about anyone. It's like, God help me. So like revel in it. You know, I couldn't, you know, it's like, it's quite fascinating, you know.
yeah, and I think you have to have a confidence in yourself and
Yeah.
not take any notice of any what anyone says. It's it's your life. You're doing your life. You
Yes,
don't
and
have
you
to
know what, by the
conform.
way, on your life, it is short, so why distract it with naysayers?
Short, so play it hard, as Nike says.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's interesting because when you um, sometimes it depends on the energy level that you have as to when someone says something, or you know, someone writes something about you, or whatever it might be. You've just got to rise above that. And sometimes if you're not in that right energy at that time, it's hard to rise above it. But you've got to have, you know, a good attitude to change it in an instant, or change it. Allow yourself to sit in it for a little while, not too long, 5 minutes max. Get out of it then, because the more you hang around it, the worse it gets, and the bigger the stories that you start telling yourself. And you think, okay, all right, I'm just going to let that one go, you know. And the more you do that, the better you get at it. The better you get at just letting things go, because as you say, it's your life. You don't have to conform to others. And if anyone's criticizing you and they're pointing a finger, they're pointing the finger at you. They've got three fingers pointing back at them. So
Let's go. Let's
yeah.
go.
So, you know, and they're seeing something in you that they don't like in themselves. Or
Yeah,
they're seeing something in you that's really triggered them.
yeah.
So, you know,
I think when you know, like, yeah, sometimes I think some people can feel inadequate in themselves, and so yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think everyone's got their own little life. Just get on and do it.
yeah, it'd be nice if everyone did that. We wouldn't have any wars, we wouldn't have any of that, you know, negativity or anything like that. It'd be absolutely fantastic. But it's not the way the world rolls, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm pretty excited about the 2024. Yeah. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited. There's so many good things happening. Yeah.
2024 is just around the corner. Now
Yep.
we've got the one day left tomorrow of October, and then on Wednesday it is the 1st of November. And
Wow.
then there's the countdown to Christmas. So what is it? Um, oh, 8 weeks?
Yep.
Maybe not that much. I don't know. Till Christmas Day. And I'm thinking Christmas Day is going to come. Christmas Day is going to go. It's just like I say every Friday, oh, it's the weekend. Okay. And then the weekend, it's Sunday night. And then you wake up on Monday morning and you think, oh, where did the weekend go?
Mm.
You know? And then it's the end of the week again. it just goes so fast. You've got to learn to appreciate the time that we have here, because all we have is now, not yesterday, not the future. It is now. So enjoy it and embrace it,
Yeah,
because you just never know. You
yeah.
never know. So, yeah. But if you were talking to your young self, and, you know, because you've had this experience, what would you say to your younger self?
Oh, oh, um, just um, be you, do you, and do it now.
Yeah. Would you have said that to yourself when you were younger? Would you have had the confidence in yourself to say that?
Or I think early on I knew that I had to be me. I had to. There's always been a driving force. I've always known since I was a little kid at school and things. There was something, a driving force in me. There always has been. Yeah, and it's been really interesting to experience it. So I'm looking forward to next year. Really, lots of keynote speaking and helping people, and a lot more speakers to help. Yeah, helping people with helping them be them. You know.
And you'll have your book out,
Yes. Yeah.
which will be launched at is it the end of November or mid-November? When is it?
The book with all the other speakers going to be in early in November. Yeah, mid-November. Yeah.
Mid-November. That'll be exciting. Are you going to have a book launch?
Yes, it'll probably be virtual. There's a couple of US speakers, and then there's a lot of Aussies in it, so it's good. Yeah, it'll be like that. Yes.
So, I mean, these days you can do a live event, but you can also go virtual. So you can
Yeah.
incorporate those other people so that they feel that they're a part of whatever it is that you're doing,
Yeah.
which is quite amazing, really. I mean, I suppose COVID's done something, or the pandemic, let's say the pandemic, has done something good. It's taught us how to use and be more resourceful in
Yes.
the things that we use, and communicating globally instead of communicating, you know, in just a small part of the world.
Yep.
You can communicate anywhere in the world, which is absolutely fascinating. I speak to people all over the world all the time, every week,
So
speaking to different people all over the world, and it's just fascinating. What's it like where you are? Where are you? What time is it? Oh my God, the times, trying to get the times when you want to speak to someone overseas. And when daylight savings comes, that throws a spanner in the works. And depending on where they are, then they go into daylight savings. They go forward or back or upside down or inside out. And you think, what time is it now there? You know, because you have to be aware of the time, because, you know, they're 12 hours behind or in front, or you could be talking to them on Thursday and it's their Wednesday and all this sort of stuff. It's quite funny. It's good though. It's fun. Absolute fun. What about giving some tips to, let's see, older people, and they're not thinking, you know, they're not thinking about doing anything specific? What would you say to them about having a go at something that's maybe been a little bit of a driving force in their life, but they've never been brave enough to do it?
look, I think the same principles of what I'm going to share, what I'm sharing is for young and old. I mean, no matter what age, it's like, just if you're interested in cooking classes or anything, or speaking, or sharing your story, just put your hand up and do it. There's so many groups, there's so many ways to experience something that you might even have a little bit of an interest in, that, like, there's so many different ways. There's what do you call this? There's meetup groups, there's there's little local TAFEs, community things, colleges, all sorts of different ways to in your community that you can actually and share yourself and experience others as well. And it's so nice to experience others and all of their beauty and what they bring to the table as well. So yeah. I mean, now that we're events are full on, so it's beautiful, it's wonderful.
And coming up to sort of Christmas time, there's weeks to go till Christmas, and December gets like mayhem because there's so many events and things going on. How do you take that, just slowly go with the flow and not get stressed about it all, and just embrace the things that you want to embrace and let the other stuff go?
I meditate. I do a lot of meditation, and then there's yoga. And so I'm quite like I take a higher thinking about things. I'm not ego driven. I like to create things that take meaning and are meaningful for people. And so I like to work with meaningful people. And so that means that they get a meaningful experience, from me. And I love it. And so I'm just really excited to be able to do that. Just be able to go in my own flow. So once you're in your own flow, that's when you're going to start feeling better and not being pushed this way or stretched that way, and I don't need to prove any ego-ness anymore.
Good. How can they get in contact with you, Zahrina?
Oh, there's zahrinagallery.com, Zahrina gallery.com, or Zahrina, the speaker, brand maker, Zahrina.com, or zahrinaphotography.com.
Right. Beautiful. Okay, it's time for the news. I'm Faye Waterman. This has been a conversation with Faye. And after the news, it is Monday Mash. I'd say go forth, try something new, and let's hear about, if you want to hear, a specific topic on the show, let me know. Send a message to studio@southernfm.com.au. It is news time. Enjoy whatever you're doing in life and embrace it. Bye for now.